you YouTube and Snapchat and fuckers. Welcome back to another installment of the Friday Wrap-Up. Well, we made it through another week. Barely. But spring is here, kids. And the weather is nice. And since the wolf flu is still around, don't expect things to change much since last summer. So just don't want you to get your hopes up too much. I know everybody gets a little fucking spring fever as soon as the temperature goes over 50. But, you know, we're still walking around masked and distanced. You know, you can't stay out past 11 o'clock, otherwise the wolf flu will get you. So I don't want anybody to get their hopes up thinking, ooh, there's going to be concerts and we can, like, touch people again. No. Not if little Fauci and friends has their way. So, before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. I'm actually going for a little COVID prevention tonight. Those fine lads over at Jameson's Irish Whiskey. Tonight I'm doing the Jameson Stout Edition, which is delightful stuff. They mature the whiskey in barrels that were, well, actually they finished the whiskey, I should say, in barrels that used to contain Guinness or some kind of a stout. So it gives a nice hoppy finish to an otherwise delightfully drinking whiskey. So salud, the kids. Drink up and be somebody, huh? I can feel it chasing the COVID germs away as we speak. So, Nostrilgate. The Cuomo saga continues. Oh, there haven't been any new allegations this week, so I mean that's a good thing, right? But the girl that accused Governor Nostrils of groping her did speak anonymously today to some upstate news station. So, you know, that's credible. She mentioned that he had very big hands. I guess she was asked to recount what she remembers about the incident. She didn't really go into too much detail, at least not from what I heard. The excerpt that they used said that she remembers him slamming the door so hard that she was surprised how it didn't, you know, nobody else heard it. And she's mentioned that the last thing she remembers was his large, very large hands. She didn't say whether it went under her blouse or not or over her blouse. She just said she remembers him touching her with his very large hands. So either she has PTSD from the whole fucking thing or she's full of shit. I don't know. I'm not passing judgment, okay? Like I said, if that did happen, that's a very serious allegation. That's a sexual assault. I fucking hate to have to defend this guy because I fucking can't stand him. All the money he cost me this year, but he just doesn't strike me as the type. Now, I could be wrong. You know, I mean, I've had this conversation with a few people, and they go, no, he looks rapey. His brother definitely does. I don't know. I don't. This guy's too cocky. I don't see him doing that. But then again, hey, you know, sometimes the moon turns blue. Sometimes I'm wrong. What can I tell you? In other news, though, Governor Nostrils has plunged New York into the biggest tax hike of our lifetime. So, you know, they passed the state budget this week. You know, they got a big bailout from the feds, but apparently that's not enough because of all the gross mismanagement that this cocksucker put the state through prior to COVID. And of course, COVID being the final nail in the coffin and him basically bankrupting the state. So to, you know, sort of right the ship, he's just going to jack up the taxes on everybody in New York, one way or the other. Small businesses, income tax, all of that shit. You know, basically he's holding the door open to Florida. You know, I mean, everybody's fucking, there's a mass exodus going on in New York. I don't know if you people are aware of this. People are fucking leaving the state in droves. Okay, where they going? Florida, Texas, red states. Hey, listen, I don't blame them. Nothing wrong with palm trees and coconuts, but, you know, this is still my state. This is still my hometown. And it's expensive enough to fucking live here, okay? I mean, seriously, you gotta make 6 figures just to be fucking broke, okay? This is ridiculous. This is really gonna just drive people out of here. And it'll be just a fucking safe haven for all the incoming border jumpers that are coming up from down south. Okay, because there's reparations in place for them right now. So if you're a low income illegal, right off the bat, there's reparations for you for about $15,000 and change, plus rent assistance, this assistance, that assistance. I mean, but the working fucking stiffs like us, we get ugats, and that's all. Nice as fuck. Anyway, funny enough, there's been a lot of people throwing their hats into the ring for the governor's race coming up. I think 2022 is when he's up for re-election. I don't see how the fuck he would ever have a shot at winning, but then again, I didn't think Biden would win either. Maybe they'll cheat. Who knows? But Lee Zeldin, a Republican congressman from Long Island, has thrown his hat into the gubernatorial race for, on the Republican ticket. I actually don't mind this guy. First of all, I heard he was 41 years old. He's actually younger than me. He looks fucking terrible. He's a congressman. I mean, I guess that shit ages you. I don't know. I really thought he was older than me. He's actually younger than me, and he looks horrible. Giuliani's kid, Andrew Giuliani, remember the little fat kid, that he had when he was mayor of New York? Well, he's actually grown up. He was a Trump aide, and he's announced he's throwing his bid in for New York governor under the Republican ticket as well. Now, granted, this kid's like 37 years old. I think he's a little too young to be fucking running the state. I'm gonna put my steam behind Zeldin, unless something better comes along. I don't know, but that's that. So far, like I said, it's been a quiet week for Andrew Cuomo. People keep saying, why isn't he resign? Why doesn't he resign? I'm gonna tell you why. He's not stupid. He's a fucking irritating son of a bitch, but he ain't stupid. He understands how the media works. He ain't gonna fucking resign because he knows sooner or later this is gonna blow over. These sexual harassment bullshit allegations have completely eclipsed the fact that he knocked off 15,000 senior citizens. Nobody's talking about that. And, this stuff is quietly being swept under the rug too, in case you haven't noticed. It's... it was a big thing, and now it's starting to peter off. I'm telling you, this is going to go away, too. He understands how the media works. That's why he ain't going nowhere. Okay? That's what happens. After a while, they beat the story to death. They move on to something else. Every day, the fucking media wakes up and hopes to God Trump says something. Because they're bored right now. So, that's why he's not resigning. He ain't stupid. Okay, your Corona update. Well, nothing really exciting going on in the world of the Wu flu, but COVID curfews, as I said in previous shows, have been lifted on various businesses like gyms, movie theaters, casinos, etc. But, so far nothing for bars and restaurants. Why? I don't know. Apparently the coronavirus likes to linger around bars and restaurants at around 10:59. But, So Mayor Muppet Hands has announced that he's actually in favor of keeping them in place in New York City. Just imagine this shit, okay? You got one of the biggest restaurant districts in the state, right? New York City is a haven for nightlife and entertainment and hospitality and tourism and all of that happy horse shit. But you want to keep the theaters open. You want the tourism to come back, but you want to keep a curfew in place on bars and restaurants. Well, get got. So what are you, fucking crazy? You son of a bitch. How the fuck this asshole doesn't get poisoned in New York? I don't know. I mean, he must be... Charlene must be making him dinner every night. If I were him, I'd be terrified to walk into a fucking restaurant, order a slice of pizza, get a bagel or an egg sandwich anyway. I don't know how the fuck people don't poison him. Poison him. Put some fucking Visine in his food or something. What the fuck are you people doing? If you voted for this cocksucker, okay, and you're starving now, good. That's what you get for being stupid. That's how you learn. Okay? Fucking assholes. Next up, will.i.am, the founding member of the Black Eyed Peas, has designed a Wu Flu smart mask because we don't have enough in the way of bullshit COVID protection, right? So they're calling this the Super Mask, Exuper. It's spelled Xuper mask. I don't know what they're actually calling it, but get this shit. It's got HEPA filtration. Okay, which is that, the same stuff they put in those KN9 whatever the fuck masks, earbuds so you can listen to music while you're masked up, a 3-speed fan to keep you cool, and LED lights so people can see in the dark. Come on. All for a mere bargain of $300. I mean, what fucking jerk off is going out and buying this thing? First of all, look at it. It looks like a fucking Darth Vader mask. What are you doing with this shit? You might as well wear a Darth Vader. I swear to God, if this fucking masking shit keeps up, I'm just going to go out and get myself a Stormtrooper helmet or a Star Wars helmet, and I'm just going to wear that all day long. Might as well. I mean, if I got to wear a mask, I might as well make it a cool one, right? Oh, God, you're probably going to get face cancer from this fucking thing. I mean, so if the wolf flu don't get you, you could end up looking like one of those people in the smoking causes cancer commercial, where half of their fucking cheek is missing and they're talking out of a throat kazoo. Those are always fun to see right before you fall asleep at night. Oh, God. All right, kids. Get your tickets out. Get them ready to get punched because the crazy train's about to leave the station. All aboard! Woohoo! Okay. So, first stop, once again, Washington, D.C. Well, the catastrophe in chief has signed executive orders to begin dismantling the Second Amendment. We knew it was coming. He declared the Second Amendment as not being absolute. Did you get that? It's a fucking constitutional amendment. Okay? It's been absolute since 1787 when they signed the fucking Constitution. Okay? Here's why it exists. All right? It was put there on that's why they made it second. Freedom of speech was first. This was right to bear arms was second. The forefathers put it in there to keep governments honest. Okay? Because they did the same shit in 1775. All right? Right before the Revolutionary War started, because England was imposing a lot of restrictions on the 13 colonies, for those of you that don't remember your history, okay? You didn't have freedom to say whatever the fuck you wanted to say, because that was in violation of the crown. They wanted to restrict the colonists from owning firearms, which back then were fucking flintlocks. I mean, right now they're coming after AR-15s. They had a problem with one-shot deals, You shoot somebody, and it takes you 15 fucking minutes to reload your weapon, okay? So it was when they came after the colonists' firearms that they said, you know what, enough. This isn't a good sign. And they picked up arms. They formed militias. They declared war on the crown. And so facto, here you are, 100,000 years later, free country, right? Well, they're trying to do the same fucking shit. Okay, they're coming after your guns. Because your guns keep government honest. Okay? When they get a little too fucking, when they overstep too much, you could revolutionize. Kind of like they did with the Civil War. Remember that? Okay? When the Democrats, the Democratic South said, we're not gonna abolish slavery, and the North Republicans said, yeah, you are, because we're in charge. Started a Civil War, right? Same people now want to take your guns away, as they also want to take away a lot of other rights and stomp on a lot of other things and just drive us straight into fucking communism. Hey, but I didn't say that. Okay? Next stop, Pittsburgh. The wolf flu is causing a ketchup shortage. Could you imagine this? Holy shit. Okay? Apparently, 98% of the restaurants have gone takeout across the whole country because of the pandemic, right? Well, ketchup is apparently the world's most popular condiment. Somehow this is a surprise to Heinz, the people who make the fucking ketchup, because there's a shortage on little ketchup packets. So people going out and buying ketchup in little cups and putting it in cups, and now they're running out of fucking ketchup. So apparently ketchup can't catch up. Okay. So if we don't have enough fucking problems, there's a goddamn ketchup shortage. Okay? Could you imagine what's next? People gonna start biting each other in the face? Speaking of shortages, Starbucks is having a fucking oat milk shortage. Okay? Oh, the fucking horror. What is oat milk, you might be wondering? Well, I'll tell you. It's when you take oats and you soak them in water overnight, it makes like some kind of like a viscous milk-like liquid that people are replacing the milk in their coffee with this stuff. It's basically oat urine, I guess. I don't know. But they call it milk. Everybody, so these fucking... So now apparently because this is so popular and everybody's so woke and vegan and blah, 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 and they don't want to insult the cows, they're all putting oat milk in their lattes and shit, which probably tastes better than soy milk or almond milk or whatever the fuck kind of other milks they got. So this is becoming popular. There's apparently a shortage. So these poor fucking millennials with weak constitutions are now going to have to use fucking dairy products. Oh my God. Or God forbid, drink their coffee black, which will probably cause them to immediately begin shitting themselves. I mean, what? First of all, okay, all of these alternative creamers, let's call them, they're not milk. It's only milk if it comes out of a nipple, okay? Like cow's milk, a cow's udder is just one big tit with a bunch of nipples on it, okay? So unless it actually comes out of a tit, let's stop calling it fucking milk. Almond milk is nothing but almond juice, all right? Coconut milk is coconut and fucking water. Oat milk is oats and water. It's not milk. I don't understand when the fuck coffee got so fucking complicated, okay? It's bad enough with the flavors, all right? I'd like blueberry flavor. I'd like coconut flavor. Listen, coffee should taste like fucking coffee. Am I right? Coffee is a fucking flavor itself. Like you can get coffee ice cream, right? You can get coffee flavored things. So why the fuck are you going to take coffee and flavor with something else? If you don't like the taste of coffee, it's very simple. Don't drink coffee. Have a hot chocolate. Have a tea. Get a Coke. Well, no, don't get Coke because that's racist. Get Pepsi. Yeah, get a Pepsi. Get something. Drink water. Who gives a fuck? What the fuck? When did coffee become so complicated? You know, it's a very simple fucking order. Black, cream, sugar, cream and sugar. You know, any combination thereof. And then, hot or iced. Actually, coffee should just ordinarily be assumed hot unless you specify iced. Just my opinion. It keeps the order moving. You go into Starbucks, it's 45 minutes per person per fucking order. You ever see one of these baristas? They were one phone away from taking a goddamn hostage. They're like zombies. They're dead from the neck up. Unbelievable. Anytime I go into Dunkin' Donuts and people get in front of me and they want something other than coffee, I'd like a latte. Do you have this? Do you have that? And because they think it's Starbucks, they're asking for all these alternative fucking things. Do you have coconut milk? I want to punch them right in the back of the fucking head, you son of a bitches. Anyway, your sports update. Okay. So, now that Major League Baseball is back, it's been a delightful week. Yankees are 3-3, so it's still early in the season. Nothing to really get hysterical about. Joe Girardi's Phillies, however, are comfortably in first place in the National League. They're 5-1 so far. This is probably the best start the Phillies have had, and I can't tell you how long. Maybe since 2008. The Mets barely won their home opener with the Marlins. The final score was 3-2. That was probably a riveting game. I didn't watch it myself. But, since the Yankees dropped their fucking home opener, I can't really throw too much shade at them. But still the Mets, not a fan. We all know that. NHL, hockey's heating up. That's an oxymoron. Islanders and Rangers are expected to be in the playoffs this year. They've actually been playing some exceptional hockey. I was watching both games the other day. I mean, it almost felt like I was watching playoff hockey, okay, which is about fucking time. Rangers barely have a prayer if they get into the playoffs. I mean, they're on their way. As long as they don't fuck up too bad, they should make a spot. Do I think they're going to go far? No, not really. But then again, one never knows. Hockey's like that. The Islanders, on the other hand, and I'm not an Islander fan, so I'm not front running. I'm not an Islander fan here. But the Islanders, on the other hand, have a damn good shot. Okay, last year they came dangerously close to the finals. Dangerously close. So this could be the year they bring home the cup. I mean, the last couple years, they've been pretty consistent. They've made it into, they've gone deeper and deeper into the playoffs. So, listen, I think Barry Trotz is a good coach. I can't fault the guy. Plus, I like saying his name, Trotz. So I don't know. I think they got a good shot. Okay, let's talk a little football. I know what you're saying, but it's not even summer. There's been some moves. The Jets finally traded Sam Darnold. I mean, to the Panthers, okay? Which most likely he'll be a backup quarterback. He was always a fucking overrated quarterback. I'm not surprised they fucking traded him. He was lackluster all last year. He was lackluster the year before. I'm surprised they took this long to fucking trade him. That's what I'm shocked about. They made a big mistake when they picked him up in the first place. I mean, they fucked themselves in the draft. They gave away too many picks to get him. Not to mention, they fucked themselves again last year in the draft because they won their last game of the season, which was their only game that they won. Had they gone fucking 0, they would have had a first-round draft. But they can't even fucking lose, right? So, that's the Jets for you. So I can't wait to see what kind of moves they're going to make. But cutting Donald loose was actually a good fucking move on their part. I can't knock them for that, So, on what the fuck is that? Let's talk about racist fonts. Okay, that's right. You heard me. Racist fonts. Apparently, CNN has declared that certain fonts are considered to be racist. Like what they call chop suey fonts. Now, a chop suey font, which to me is a fucking racist term all in and of itself, but I ain't gonna go there. It's a font that's used to denote Asianness in packaging and advertisement. So, for example, on Chinese products, like fortune cookies and soy sauce bottles, Chinese noodles, dumplings, Chinese restaurants, this is the font that they use. Like, if I was going to the Wuhan kitchen, okay, and the sign said Wuhan kitchen, it would be done in this font. Now, here's the thing. You know who uses these fucking fonts? The fucking Chinese. Who's running a Chinese restaurant? Portuguese people? They're fucking Chinese. Okay? So how can the Chinese be racist to themselves? I mean, they're racist to everybody else. It's a well-known fucking fact. Okay? I mean, people go, oh, all this Asian violence, these poor Chinese people. Listen, I don't think you should be beating the shit out of the people in Flushing because of the wolf flu. But let's not martyrize them now. These people are fucking outright racist. I've seen it. That's right. These motherfuckers are racist motherfuckers. I've seen this shit. You go into a goddamn Chinese restaurant, they think you're gonna steal shit. Goddamn fucking racist motherfuckers. Whoa. Pops, take it easy, buddy. Don't tell me to take it. Boy, you ain't wrong. That's for sure. You're definitely not wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pops Jenkins, and I'm going to be a contributor on this show. These motherfuckers are racist. They're racist motherfuckers. That's right. You fucking slanty-eyed motherfuckers. I see one of them look at me funny, I'll put my foot in his fucking Chinese ass. Well, this is my new contributor to the show, Pops Jenkins. Pops, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? What the fuck do I gotta tell them about myself for? These motherfuckers don't need to know shit. I'll tell you shit when you need to know shit. That's the way it works here, All right, Pops, why don't you take 5, buddy, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, that was Pops Jenkins. Well, that's been your Friday wrap-up, kids. So, I hope you have a nice weekend. It's supposed to be nice up until Saturday. Sunday's going to rain. But, hey, that's the way it goes. April showers bring May flowers. So, until I see you again, a salud. I'll see you when I see you.